Boxing King Media in association with Boxer KALLE SAUERLAND. Another big night for you this Friday, Channel 5. You're putting on an IBO light heavyweight title fight, Lyndon Arthur. You're bringing over another Argentinian. The last Argentinian you thought gave him some solid rounds.
Argentinians never come easy, and this one's a big puncher as well. 90% knockout ratio, pretty much the same record as Lyndon Arthur has. Light heavyweight championship of the world, IBO belt carried by Roy Jones, Chad Dawson, light heavy, to name a few, and then obviously Golovkin, Klitschko. So it's as he said, it's a shiny thing that he wants around his waist on Friday night, and sets up, of course, some absolutely massive blockbusters if we can get through the Argentinian Bull on Friday night, live on Channel 5.
I said to Lyndon, he's ranked top 6 on Boxrec amongst all the British light heavyweights. You've shown that you're willing to work with any of the other promoters. Is there any particular light heavyweight that you've got your eye on and you'd like to see Lyndon in with next?
You can't look past the 3 domestic names out there. I think Lyndon, with the viewing figure he's going to get on Friday night, and if he can get through the Argentinian, if he can get through Suarez, he's in with, he's in there with a great group of domestic fighters. But he's sort of top of the pack, then, isn't he? So yeah, I mean, I fancy making all those fights. I think they're great fights to make. As a promoter, it's a promoter's wet dream. But at the same time, would I pick one? I'd probably go trilogy with Yard, like that. That's a very good fight. They'd probably look at it and think after the Beterbiev fight, maybe an easy one in between. But that's one that I'd love to put on straight away. They do some serious numbers on Channel 5. Boazzi, of course, great guy, great boxer. But I think all of them, I think they realise that there is that domestic scene to fight through, learn at that level as well. I think, those tough fights will make for the metal you need to go into the fights against Bivol, Beterbiev, Canelo, Callum Smith, who I exclude from the domestic group for the moment, having won multiple world titles. So yeah, it's exciting, but we got to get through Friday night.
And what's the plans with Channel 5? I know you've got another show coming up. What's the long-term plans looking into 2023? How many more live events can we expect from you guys on Channel 5?
A lot. We're on again next week, Harlem EUBANK. So there's going to be a lot of shows. Working out exactly the calendar at the moment. It's fast paced. We've got a lot of other events going on as well around the world. The more we can get on Channel 5, fantastic. We've got 12 fights on the card on Friday night. Yeah? 12 out of 12. You're only allowed 12 in the UK. Packed card. A lot of 50-50s on there. Chloe Watson coming through very nicely in our female ranks. So it's, we want to do more and more of them. But of course, discuss with the broadcaster, and luckily enough, they love this sport. They back this sport, and there's a bit of breakdance going on there. That's funky.
And just a couple of...
We turn this into a nightclub.
A bit of an odd one, mate.
A bit of this.
Do me for copyrights. So just a couple of other things, Kalle.
I'll cover that.
Valentine's Day was over a month ago. The day Chris Eubank Jr.
Did you
invoked...
send flowers on Valentine's Day?
To who?
I don't know. To anyone. I mean,
I may have done...
are you a believer in the flower thing in Valentine's Day?
I think we're kind of all roped into it because of all the media publicity.
I agree. I wish my missuses didn't...
Mrs. You were talking David A.
That one in. I thought you wouldn't notice. No, I'm joking.
The same vibe as David Hay?
I would send just to my mum. That's my true Valentine.
Okay, let's get to Chris Eubank Jr. It's been over a month. Why is that fight not been signed, announced, sealed?
A lot of things are still being discussed, but it's a fight that Chris wants and everyone wants. So, but mustn't forget all that happened quite quick after the fight. So there is a bit of a cooling off period as well. So
Is it the potential of Conor Ben still being available for June the 3rd? Is that holding things up by your negotiations with Matchroom or anything like that?
no, there's nothing to do. One hasn't got to do with the other. But like I said, it has been. You're right. It has been a month. I didn't think about that. But these things take their time.
So there's no chance Conor Ben's situation will not
Never
scupper
say
that
no
fight?
chance. Someone could get injured tomorrow, and then there is a chance. As I'm sitting here right now, we have a plan. We're setting out the plan, what we want to do. Spoke with Chris yesterday, the day before. He's over in Vegas. He's active in the gym there, and yeah, no, it's we're planning not just the next fight, but around the year. Not overlooking anyone. Not overlooking anyone.
Good man, Kelly. Going to leave us hanging. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Cheers.